Hey guys, I'm Kibbles, and today I want to talk about this new personal best I got. Well, actually that's a lie. It's actually not that new. It's like a month or two old now, which is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, procrastination did have a big effect on making this commentary video. I don't know, I just always find it pretty difficult to make commentaries, but I mean, it's also why I'm making these videos, it's so I can get better at it. But yeah, today I want to explain this awesome run I got. The first sub 20 I've ever gotten. It's pretty crazy. Of course, we gotta check the seed. That's a new rule they added 1.4.5, so if you ever do runs yourself, keep that in mind. Of course, we get a nice early apple, which, I mean, well fed is just really nice to have. It's always nice to have the movement speed, and I think it gives mind speed too, if I remember right. But one thing you'll notice immediately about the seed is that there's a jungle right on the right, and of course a hell cave. Unfortunately, we didn't get any torches in that chest, but I mean, as long as we can walk, we can make progress. And all we really need are some bombs, which we are going to find in this hill cave. We already found 3 of them, and yet we just got 4 more. So now we can leave. Except I don't leave yet, and I checked the cave for more stuff, but I definitely should have left like 5 seconds ago. Fortunately, since we don't have recalls, we have to use the save and exit method, but it is legal in speedruns, so keep that in mind. Since the jungle was on the right side, I head to the left so that I can actually look for the crimson, which thankfully in this run, the crimson will be on the left. We do get a second food here. I'm not even sure if I eat it, I'm pretty sure I do, but it doesn't matter too much. Now you might have noticed earlier I got some day bloom and some mushrooms, and of course we're going to use that for regeneration potions. Regen potions are very helpful for the jungle, so that's why I managed to grab those 2 earlier. But now we enter the crimson. Yeah, it's not actually a desert. I did get some bottles from the chest, which I used to make bottled water, so that I can make potions later, because we'll need to make quite a few potions. Right now we're just making our way to the Crimson Cave, though I do notice this little, it's like the tunnel cave, you call it. But thankfully there are a couple of chests in here. Fortunately I do have to kind of dig my way through them. There's one there I missed initially. Fortunately I had to spend quite a while fighting this stupid Chimera that's just in the way. Maybe if I use the shurikens I just got, or maybe with my grenades, so it's gotten a little faster. We do get a vertebrae from this guy. Is it vertebrae or is it vertebrae? I'm actually not sure, but I feel like it's vertebrae. That sounds more right. Anyways, we get a wand sparking from the chest. Normally not something you want to see, but I mean, it's actually an alright weapon. I mean, it's just a stupid spider on fire, so that guy's dead. That's something we don't want to see. Guy to plant 5 quarters freaking sucks. I hate that thing so much. I think, yeah, I just throw it out. I do contemplate for a few seconds on whether I want to go get this chest or not. Generally, you do not want to ponder during a speedrun. It's kind of a bad idea. But decision making is a very important part of speedrunning. And I think it would have taken 20 seconds to get that chest, so I think it's good I missed it. I'm not sure what was in it though. Either way, we're in the underground crimson now, and now I can get this deathweed, the final ingredient needed for the battle potion. First, don't want to spend too much time here, so we're going to immediately start bombing our first orb. Fortunately, we do get a worm spawn, but thankfully, it shouldn't be too bad to take care of. Like oh my god, look at this. The shuriken just obliterates it. It's gone. Now we can make an anvil, and we can make a hammer. I'm actually not sure why I don't make the furnace here, because I will need it, but that's okay. We can break our first orb with a hammer, get a hurtful undertaker, and we can use that to clear out some of the remaining enemies here. Ooh, okay, ignore that, sorry. Get a few more bombs, which is always nice to see, although we should definitely have enough, because we got 7 earlier. Now we can break the other 2 orbs. This first one, which we use 3 bombs for, will give us a panic necklace, which, I mean, it's just great for mobility. Panic necklace is like one of the best things you can get from this. Besides, I mean, Rotted Fork is probably what you want to see the most, because it's just a great weapon for the brain. Unfortunately, we will not get that here. Instead, we'll be getting the Crimson Heart, which is a bit unfortunate. It's probably the worst thing you can get. Of course, now we begin the brain fight. Now you're actually going to see an epic dodge. Like, holy shit, how did I weave and dodge that? That's crazy. Now you might notice I'm actually not attacking a little bit, and that's because I'm basically trying to get hit by the creepers to get iframes, and then I use the grenade at the same time. I didn't discover this myself, I learned this from a nether run. But it's actually one of the best ways to actually take out the brain, just because you can take out usually a lot of creepers at a time, especially if they're closer around the brain as you saw there. Unfortunately, we'll have to save and exit again, because, well, we still don't have any recalls, which is really annoying. That's like a couple seconds gone. But now we can go to the jungle, which is right on the right. Now there is one problem with the jungle on the right, as you will see the consequences later, but there's no desert, which means no water relief, which means no obsidian skin potion. But that's a problem for a future me. Right now we make the furnace that we just kind of forgot. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter anyways, because we'd have to place our crafting stations down again so we can make Crimtane bars. I can't believe I said Demonite bars in that previous take. That's actually crazy. I mean, you didn't hear that because I cut it out, but that's insane. And already we made a pickaxe and we made the Blood Butcher. You might have noticed that our timer on the right hasn't updated yet, and that's because at the time when I was recording this, the timer wasn't working properly, so it wasn't automatically doing it for the items that I pick up. So I had to do it manually, as you saw there. Unfortunately, I actually didn't even use the Panic Necklace much, thinking about it now, but either way, we made it to the underground jungle cave. I mean, it doesn't fully look like it at first, but generally this big open cave is kind of what you expect to be an underground jungle cave, and thankfully we aren't punished for it. We do get a little step stool here, and of course mining potions are always welcome, because, well, usually you have to do a bunch of mining and stuff anyways, so it's good. An umbrella is also cool for mobility, but I actually don't think I use it here. You can tell because I put it past my 4th slot, which is usually things I don't use very often. But now I can make it potions. Regeneration and battle potion. I mean, the former is obviously used to regenerate my health, but the battle potion really does make a big difference in, like, actually making the enemy spawns, which you'll see in this run that we do kill quite a few. We do get kind of lucky, but we also get kind of unlucky. This beehive here is pretty annoying, but thankfully, we know that the underground jungle cave, the main cave, usually goes pretty far. So we know that the beehive's just kind of blocking it. We can go around it. You might have noticed a topaz vein there in between those 2 rocks. And that actually becomes important later, as you will soon see. But first we go in this direction. I actually didn't even... There's actually a life crystal in the honey. I don't even know how I noticed that, or even like... I don't even think I thought to break it. I think my smart cursor just latched onto it. I swear that I did not see that life crystal. But first we're getting our first stingers, and yeah, you can see why the topaz earlier was important now. There's literally a topaz vein right here. 11 in fact, and well, the previous vein has to have enough. It was like 6 or something. Fortunately, getting up there is kind of annoying because there's like no walls where that tunnel is, so I kind of have to like almost make a little staircase. But thankfully we can get it done. It's just, yeah, this is very annoying. Especially with that stupid man-eater, which of course doesn't even drop a vine. You'll soon see that is a common pattern in this speedrun, where we just kind of get really unlucky with vines. But we're getting a good amount of stingers already. This is actually a pretty good pace. Like, we're 7 minutes in, and like, we're already in the underground jungle, and we're already getting some stuff. And now we have a hook, which makes our movement even better. I actually don't even know if I use the hook too much, I'll be really honest, but I mean, it's always good to have. Like there, be able to just move further ahead, be able to get these coordinates easier with our sword and our gun. It's just always really nice to have a hook. Now that boulder is kind of crazy. I should have gotten punished for not seeing that pressure plate, but thankfully the boulder went the other way. Otherwise, well, I wouldn't be here right now, because I would have died. Fortunately, there's a second beehive, which is really, really annoying. I don't even know if I go around this one. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do go around. Fortunately, you do want to kind of avoid mining whenever possible, because mining like actually takes quite a lot of time. Even like when I'm mining this fast with a mining potion and well fed, I even have something else. I think I have a good reforge on my pickaxe. Actually, it's murderous, yeah. But mining just takes a while, especially compared to just like walking or falling. Editing me says that mining took around 15 seconds, which, I mean, it can still add up, you know. I do kind of go to the left here. We're just kind of still just mainly looking for stingers, and of course more vines and spores. We don't have a lot of spores. We don't have any vines still, but we have like 8 stingers, which is kind of crazy for this pace. Like 8 minutes and 8 stingers. That's pretty good. We got a few more spores here, thankfully, because we don't have a crazy amount of spores. I think I head towards the right. Oh no, yeah, because you don't want to mine, obviously. And thankfully, because of our battle potion, we just get even more enemies here, which, I mean, it's always nice. But there's like not a crazy amount that happens in this. This is definitely a slower part of the run, just because like we're just not getting vines. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't even drop a vine. Like, there's just no vine there. It gives me a heart, which is nice, but yeah, no vine, man. Things kind of go south here. Like, oh, I almost die. Like 2 HP. 2 HP is very scary. You do not want to be on 2 HP in the jungle. So, understandably, I'll block myself off because, well, you don't want to be on 2 HP in the jungle. But thankfully, I place campfire, our regen potion, our food. It just gives us so much health. It's actually crazy. Like, we're already at 50 health now. And that was like, what, 10, 15 seconds? Like, we're basically good to go back now. And I actually do go back, because I see a life crystal in this lake. Fortunately, I have to go for like 12 piranhas. Which, I mean, it's good I killed the piranhas, because they're kind of filling the mob cap right now, and they're stopping stuff like man-eaters from spawning. I even got a robot hat from it too, which is really funny. This run is actually very, very lucky. I got a bunch of random rare drops, like the robot hat. There's also some other stuff too, which we will see very shortly. But first, we just gotta, you know, keep calm mobs. It's just kind of how the jungle split is. But we have basically almost all our stingers, 10 stingers. I don't really know why I went on my way to destroy this dart trap. Like, the dart was already gone, and then I still, like, destroyed the pressure plate. I'm just, like, struggling to get up to this chest. I lost, like, 5 seconds from doing that. But boom. That's, like, what you saw in there, the 2 teleportation potions. Like, that's huge. That's, like, what saves the run, genuinely. I'm not saying the run's, like, going that downhill, but, like, the 2 TPs definitely help, as you will see. And, of course, like, killing this guy, Ancient Cobalt Helmet, it just keeps getting better. But we still have the issue where we're just, like, not getting vines. We still have 0 vines, and meanwhile we have, like, all the spores and nearly all the stingers. And we even, like, getting a decent amount of lead crystals. Like, honestly, like, considering how there's so many on this path, it's probably, like, better for me to not... Oh yeah, just a Featherfall Potion. Can't forget about the Featherfall Potion in the random pot. This run is ridiculous. We're, like, nearly at 100, nearly at 200 now. And if we just, like, go down here after we kill this guy, which fortunately still doesn't give us the 12th stinger. When we go down here, there's a lovely pool of lava just waiting next to this pool of water. We can just pretty easily just make obsidian. Which, of course, we still need for Hellstone. Although we can't use it for the obsidian skin potion because, remember, no water leaf, no obsidian skin potion. A bit unfortunate, but I still pick out some extra anyways in case a magical water leaf spawns from the sky. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Back to the vine problem. I do find some manators here. I found a nice group of them, two in a row, and thankfully we do get our first vine from this one guy, but fortunately it's still not looking great. Thankfully I do spot another manator on the right here, and I believe this one will give us our second vine. Although it's a little precarious because the slime's like knocking me into the lava, but I'm only living because of my Featherfall Potion. So, kind of scary. We still also don't have the 12th stinger, which is kind of crazy, but you know, we'll probably get from one of these guys. Probably this guy. Yep. There you go. You can find another chest. I believe this one has a second Featherfall in it. I don't think I really needed this one. Cloud bottle is always nice to have though. Mobility is always good to get. Here we have another man-eater. Hopefully this guy gives us it, but unfortunately not quite. So we're still stuck. And because of that, I make the decision to go and loot this chest over here. Which gives us, well, I mean, another Featherfall Potion. But other than that, basically nothing. In a regular player food, a Steph Regrowth would be nice, but I mean, we only need mature herbs anyways, so we don't really need it. Oh yeah, that doesn't even work anymore. Anyways, we got our vine, our final vine, so we can actually now go down the hell. I do end up doing quite a bit more mining, maybe more than I should have. I think it kind of opens up a bit more to the right, so actually I do head over that way. You know, like looking at this back, I really should be taking these climbing claws off. They're actually really messing with my movement a lot, especially with the Featherfall Potion. It's pretty bad. But at this point, I'm just trying to avoid contact with enemies and avoid fighting them as much as possible. Unless they're like severely in the way. But we do finally get down the hell. It's a pretty easy path, thankfully. And we've made it. Fortunately, the first hell house we encounter is a Hellstone one, so that kind of sucks for us. Especially since we don't have an obsidian skin potion. But there is another house over here that has a hell forge and some pots to maybe break for the potion. But in the end, I didn't get it from these pots, unfortunately. So we just spend a lot of hell manually mining. Thankfully, it's actually not too bad, because a lot of good veins are nearby. And we can pick up quite a few pieces, although at a slower rate. Imps are really, really annoying, though. I think we had multiple come up during this. No, I always thought it was weird that, like, you get, like, hurt by, like, the corner block, like, for Hellstone and also for, like, spikes. It's actually really annoying. I don't know why this is the case. I guess it's, like, the hitbox that extends outward. Or rather, our hitbox extends into the block. I think that's probably what's happening. But yeah, we just kind of need to get 60 Hellstone. We can only reach about, like, I think it's 4 blocks. Or maybe it's 3. No, I'm pretty sure it's definitely 4 out. I think at one point it was actually, they actually, like, bugged it, so it's actually less. But no, it should be 4 blocks out. We can usually reach. Although by reaching further, we have, like, the Hellstone items drop, like, more into the lava instead of, like, going towards our player. So that can be kind of annoying. Generally, I always try and mine the furthest ones first, and then try and mine the closer ones so that the item moves. Although in the case of that single piece of Hellstone there, which for some reason I went on my way to get, I can also just mine to the bottom of the lake, and then I can just pick it up from the floor. Another strategy I do sometimes is, as you can see here, I'm like opening up a little tunnel so that the lava goes down into the house, and then I can just walk down to like a platform there, so I don't have to walk on the floor, because otherwise I have to wait for the lava to go all the way down. But yeah, essentially that just allows me to pick up Hellstone, like once I drain all the lava. On a side note, while we're doing this mining, I do actually really like the Crimson Heart Rate sprite. I think it looks really nice. Wait, what are you doing? Why do you drink that? That doesn't do anything. Wait, it must be the OP strategy of using the invisibility potion to lower enemy spawns so they don't attack me while I'm mining Hellstone. Clearly this is something I've thought of when I was doing the speedrun. No, actually I have no idea why I drank that. It's actually really annoying. I find this potion so annoying to use. I generally don't know why I got it. That was a waste of time. Anyways, we're done Hellstone mining. And now we can craft our Hellstone, and our volcano, and our blade of grass. But first we need a spot. Unfortunately, it's kind of annoying because, well, we're invisible. It's also annoying because enemies are spawning, and then they can attack me and knock me away so I craft something stupid. But thankfully, that just barely does not happen. Now we have our swords, and we get hit by the zombie just afterwards. We can finally go to the dungeon. Now the question is, how are we going to get there? Well, we have 2 teleportation potions. The first one teleports me to the Crimson, which would be good for the end of the run, but the second one teleports me to the ocean, which happens to be the ocean that the dungeon is on. So we get basically a free trip there. This run is so lucky, man. I'm so grateful. Anyways, now I'm going to start building a rope thing. This is a strategy a lot of modern speedrunners do for Night's Edge runs and stuff. Or just kind of fighting Skeletron in general when you don't have dynamite. It just allows you to keep kind of Skeletron somewhat still. Now I tried summoning him, but I hadn't really realized at the time that they switched the positions of the close and curse buttons. Yeah, I really hadn't played the update too much yet. But oh well, it's okay. We're fighting Skeletron now. I'm using an Undertaker whenever I can't get him in reach. And whenever he is in reach, I use a Volcano. But I think I could be playing this a little bit better. I'm getting hit by the hands a lot. And I'm kind of keeping him too high. I'm like trying to climb the rope here while trying to use the Featherfall potion. It's kind of messing me up. It's pretty bad. But yeah, we just keep taking more hits. Having to do more Undertaker shots, which doesn't deal as much damage as the Volcano. Which is why we use the Volcano, since it deals more damage. But thankfully this turn goes a lot better. We get a lot more damage with the Volcano. I also like the new Skeletron music. That's another cool thing. I actually don't have my Risk of Rain music on this time. I think I had it for the last run, but not this one. In the end, I basically finish him off with, well, I mean both weapons, but I did finish him off with the Undertaker. Now it's dungeon time, and there's something important to note with the dungeon. In total, there are now 3 types of dungeons. Classic Dungeon, Tower Dungeon, and Dome Dungeon. This is a Classic Dungeon, and is actually the only dungeon type that can have a golden chest as the first chest. Although it's not guaranteed, and sometimes it'll be the wooden chest. Now why is the first chest important? Well, basically that's the chest that the Mermaster will spawn in, but if it's a wooden chest, it will be replaced by a gold key instead, which requires us to go a lot deeper into the dungeon. Some dungeons don't even have a second set of chest, but a lot of them do. Now, you might be noticing a problem. What chest do you think the Mermaster is in? Because it's not really that clear, as you'll see. I'll give you a hint. It's not that chest that I'm closest to. It's not that one. But I do open it. Of course we can't open it yet because we still don't have any keys, but the dungeon mobs are a pretty good source of keys, and of course, I mean dungeon pots. It's always worth that. I feel it's always worth breaking the dungeon pots first whenever possible. I actually do get a golden key there, and I actually use it to check this chest because I'm not really sure where in the cycle I am, but clearly that one's too far ahead because it's the Aqua Scepter. I believe that's the 3rd or the 4th one. Thankfully, I'm not really that punished, and I get a second key right after. And I use it to open the chest that you might think is the Mermaster chest, but it's actually the Cobalt Shield chest. I'm pretty sure the Rain Ruin is always in this chest. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure how the Rain Ruin ordering works. Either way, the Rain Ruin is a very cool accessory. But I never made use of it in the speedrun because I didn't know how to use it. I did equip it though, as you can see. Of course, we're still gonna need another key. And there's a chest over here that seems very promising. It's even cooler in the fact that right below it there's an altar, a crimson altar, which means I don't have to leave the dungeon to actually craft the Night's Edge, which saves a lot of time. And actually I think this is kind of it's the only reason I was able to keep this under 20 minutes, because if I had to walk to the other crimson, I don't think it would have been a sub 20. Of course, we still need to actually get a key, and I do go over here to get one pot, which of course doesn't give me the key, but I do come back up and I get a few more enemies, and I believe one of these guys gives me the key. Okay, no, I lied. I'm pretty sure it's actually one of these right pots that does it. Fortunately, these enemies are pretty good stun locking me with the Featherfall. But of course, you know, pots always come to the rescue. So when in doubt, break pots. And of course, now we can get to our Murmasa chest. It's funny how the desert and the ice chest are next to each other. That's pretty funny. They're both the summoner ones. Now that we have the Murmasa, I head straight to the altar. Unfortunately, I get kind of body blocked by this Angry Bones. I don't like that guy. But here we go, the Knight's Edge. I feel like the new search crafting menu makes things a little easier to see, even though I'm not using the search crafting. But there you go. That's the run. I did say 1941, but it is actually in 1938. Although basically in 1939, it's like 0.9, so you could round up if you wanted to, but thankfully I rounded down, so my speedrun is 1 second faster. Well, that's gonna be it. I haven't actually been speedrunning too much lately, just because I've been busy with stuff and, you know, procrastinating, but I'll work on that, and I'll be back. Take care, everyone. See you later.